5,998, 5,999, 6,000. Woo! God, it's so difficult, you know, just being so successful and strong or whatever. Oh. Hey! Fancy seeing you here. There's so many streaming services out there with so many different shows. You've probably heard of the good ones, but have you heard about the bad ones? Well, in this series of videos, I'm going to be looking at the worst show on every streaming service. Because I want to. Today we're going to be looking at HBO Max. Whoa, wait. It's Max. Where'd the HBO go? TJ Maxx over here is home to probably some of the best shows that you can find on any streaming service. We've got Succession. We've got the first 7 seasons of Game of Thrones. The Last of Us. But there is a few stinkers that are on the service. When I was making this video, I was stuck between 2 answers. One was the Velma show, which looked terrible from the start. We could all agree, but this show that I'm going to talk about today, watching just 3 episodes of this show, I could say with full confidence that this is the worst show on Max. Sam Levinson is the director of the hit show Euphoria, which has some good parts, but it's also kind of really weird. I mean, look at this scene right here. That's supposed to be a dad and a son. What the fuck is going on there? But this show was a massive hit with critics and audiences alike. And I guess this show has given Sam Levinson the confidence to be able to make something even weirder and more uncomfortable to people watching. Sam Levinson is like the worst fanfic writer on Tumblr, became a director, and then was given the production cost of a Marvel movie. And his new work that we are going to be talking about today is The Idol. The Idol is the new hot show on television that is raving with a reception. This show features the largest streamed artist in the world, The Weeknd. And you know how like you'll hear people say something and they're like, oh, this is bad, and you sit there and you're like, I bet it's not actually that bad. That's not the case here. Look no further than the very beginning of the show, the very first scene that you see of this show at all. That's great, yeah. Give me some innocence now. That's great. Right down the barrel. And some doe eye looks. Beautiful. Now mischievous. Play with the camera. Yeah, this goes on for a while. So the episode starts with Jocelyn doing a little photo shoot thing or whatever, and we start to meet her. She's this big music artist. We meet her, we meet her assistant, we meet the rest of her team. She's doing her little shindig, showing a little boob. You know how it do. She's smoking some cigs, and she's doing her little dancey dance. And then we are given the revelation, not even 5 minutes into the show, the internet has been hit with a bombshell. The most trending topic on social media is apparently Jocelyn with a, how do I say this, like in a respectful, appropriate way. She had a spilled milk incident on her face. And then there was a picture taken of that spilled milk incident on her face, and now it's everywhere. And apparently that's a no-no. That's not good for company business. And all of her team, label, executives, managers, assistants are all freaking out over this spilled milk incident. Jocelyn gets done with her little dancey dance and is like, hey, what's up? And they're just like, bam! Spilled milk on your face. This is what's going on. Kind of just processes everything. She kind of takes a deep breath and goes, well, you can't cry over spilled milk, and she walks away. She hops in the sauna, and she's like, I want to go party. She goes party. She's clubbing and shit, and we see him. The man that we have been waiting for. Mr. Saturday, Sunday himself. Which is another point I would love to bring up. The Weeknd cannot act. The Weeknd is an amazing artist. He's an amazing performer. I saw him live in concert last year. But when I tell you, when this man has to give a line delivery on this show, It's distracting.
You're gonna call When Doves Cry fucking superficial?
So he goes up to Jocelyn, he's like, I want to dance, and then they start to boogie down. They start smooching even. They talk or whatever, you get a little bit more of The Weeknd's peak acting.
Pop music is like the ultimate Trojan horse. You get people to dance, you get people to sing along, you can say whatever you want. Shit's powerful.
Jocelyn's like, I'm bored, I want to go home. So she goes home. Another incredibly good point that I would like to make about this show, it loves to have sex scenes just to fill time. We can all agree as the populace, as the masses that watches shows and movies and whatnot, nobody likes sex scenes. If I wanted a sex scene, I would just load up my computer and I would hit up a hub. But I'm not doing that. I'm watching a movie or a TV show. If you're gonna have a sex scene, you know, at least make it worthwhile, you know? Give me a reason to, like, care about them having sex. But this show doesn't do that at all. This show loves to just have sex scenes to fill time. Because, like, I get people are horny, but, like, you could at least talk a little bit more. This show gives you the guilt of choking your chicken, but never getting the 1 to 2 seconds of satisfaction that choking your chicken gets. You never get to that point. It is simply just the sorrow and disappointment of afterwards. So she's pressing the record button on her remote control or whatever, and then she proceeds to lay down with her friend assistant lady, who's very, very annoying. She goes, I'm gonna invite The Weeknd over, and The Weeknd comes over. I mean, come on. Did he walk over here? Why do you look like that? He looks like a Marvel villain. They have a few shots, they have a little fun, they go to the studio, Jocelyn's playing her crappy song that you hear throughout the entire episode, and it's just they have some sexy time or whatever, and they remake the song that you've been hearing throughout the entire episode. And then episode 2 starts. The Hateful Eight is gathered to listen to the new song Jocelyn made. And it gets shitted on. Granted, for good reason. It's trash. Also, I would like to mention that it's heavily implied throughout this episode and the episode before that Jocelyn's mom died. Like, a little bit ago. Because that's like the one reason why the show wants us to root for Jocelyn. Because they don't give us any other reason to like her, for any reason in particular. She's not, like, nice to, like, fans, or, like, you get, like, some wholesome moment. It's just, like, she's a pop star and her mom died a year ago. Here you go. So we cut to Jocelyn in the studio, and you know Jocelyn, she's trying to find the menu button on her remote control again. Listen, Jocelyn, it is right here. It's above the top arrow right here. Underneath source and above the top arrow. It's right here for you. Let me help you out here. And you kind of just sit there and you're like, can I leave? Can I just ask why these scenes are in the show, really? I have a very strong opinion that masturbation is kind of just something that you go solo on. I don't think anybody needs an audience in that department. It's never a graceful, like, extravagant thing that, like, they're trying to make it out to be in this show. No. You're fucking yourself. It's kind of just weird. And then Jocelyn's on the move. She's got a music video to shoot for this crappy song. And the whole episode is pretty much her struggling to make this music video. She can't dance right. She needs another cut. And it keeps going on. And on. And on. And this show is so weirdly edited because while Jocelyn is struggling on this music video, her management discussing how they just found out about The Weeknd's character and they dug into his past. His name is Tedros, and he's a sketchy guy, and he's from Hawaii! Woo! And then we cut from that to the music video to then other management having these side conversations. And you kind of just sit there like, what the fuck am I supposed to focus on, really? So much is going on, yet nothing is going on at the same time. Jocelyn keeps on struggling, and at this point, I understand what the idea of the episode is supposed to be. You're supposed to sympathize with Jocelyn struggling through this experience and trying to make it happen without her mother. But you kind of just sit there and you just want her to fucking just do it. Like, God damn it, Jocelyn, just do the stupid dance already. We need to go. You really don't sympathize with Jocelyn. You start to sympathize more with, like, the background dancers, the director that's getting irritated over and over again. Now we get a scene with The Weeknd at the club. Let's see,
Lower, Isaac. Fucking lower. Yeah. You're not a human, Isaac. Don't forget. You're a fucking star.
Okay, that was weird. All right, let's go back. Let's go back. Jocelyn, throughout the shoot, starts to look more and more like she just went to battle with a jaguar. So they finally decide to send her home. Huzzah! And if Jocelyn was a well-established character that had good qualities to her, and if we were given a reason to, like, I don't know, like her in any which way, this would be a devastating thing, and we'd be like, aw, like, that's not good. But we didn't get any of that. She just masturbates and she's interested in The Weeknd. That's it.
You know, I remember the first time I saw you perform. You're 11 years old, Fox Hills Mall, you remember? You played Fever. The audience went so crazy, they made you sing it a second time. I never saw anything like it, right? I mean, before or since.
You know, the first time I saw you, I knew you were special. I saw you in the mall at 2:30 in the afternoon on a Wednesday, and I saw you rapping the fast part of Rap God by Eminem. And I knew at that point that you were gonna be a star, you little shit. So Teddy over here is scheming up and whatnot. And Jocelyn gives him a call, says, come over. Teddy and the clique decide to come on over. Oh yeah, the show's getting good now. They're doing coke. Hey, is there any butt-naked people that can play the piano? Oh, thanks, Chloe. I really appreciate that. Hey, it's been a while since we've had a sex scene. Could we get... Oh, thank you. All right, this is going perfect. This is going perfect. Weeknd, could I get a weird line delivery?
The night we meet, we talk about when doves cry.
That's why he gets paid the big bucks. And the rest of the time is just Jocelyn and The Weeknd talking about her struggles, and then they proceed to, you guessed it, have sex. And in this scene, we get a masterclass on how to dirty talk by Tedros.
Imagine my tongue on your pussy. Your fat tongue. I wanna grab you by the ass while I suffocate you with my cock. I want you to choke on it. Fucking stretch that tiny little pussy.
If this is dirty talk, well, somebody get the soap for me. I'm trying to clean up here. Oh, it's filthy, please. I don't want to do this anymore. Oh, hey, that girl's just like us. Having to watch this. Oh, okay. I don't think she's like us. Okay, she's enjoying this a little bit too much. You know how certain stuff you might watch and, like, you get a little bit from it? I watched this and I completely questioned every single thing in my life. I looked out the window, I thought, what am I doing? I proceeded to go read a book. I went for a bike ride. I haven't gone for a bike ride in years. I had to get my mind away from anything sexual at all. It was too much for me.
Who is that? It's Chloe. She's really good.
She's really good.
So that's the end of episode 2. Episode 3 starts.
Get up. Let's go shopping.
Jocelyn and Tedros decide to go shopping. And you guessed it, they are having sex in the car. So they're shopping at this high luxury place. They're sipping a little champagne, trying on clothes. The Weeknd's getting very protective.
Let me catch you looking at her again. Let me catch you looking at her again.
I'm not.
Let me catch you looking at her again.
I'm sorry,
Let
I'm
me
not
fucking
sure.
catch you looking at her again. I'll fucking drag you down Rodeo while your fucking ass just fucking stomp you. I'll fucking curb stomp you.
I'm sorry.
I'll fucking curb stomp you.
I'm sorry. I'm not sure what you were interpreting, but
Let me see
I wasn't
it.
doing anything.
Let me see it.
He's the best, isn't he? He's just the best, you know? I mean, look at him. He's trying so hard. And then we get this really weird conversation between the manager and, like, the Live Nation dude.
Think, what can I do for you?
Chaim, are you trying to kill me?
Not today.
No, why?
Do you want my children to grow up without a father? Is that what this is?
Hank, why would I wish
wished that on anybody.
Well, then let's cancel the tour.
Think, why are you saying this? The tour's gonna make millions of dollars. What happened?
Millions of dollars. Right now, she's making me have IBS. I'm fucking shitting more blood than a kid at Epstein's Island.
How did this line make the final cut? Are you serious? Who thought that was a good idea at all? Jesus, all this shopping's really making me There we go. The only good part about this sequence in any which way is, one, Jocelyn calls The Weeknd gay for some reason.
I think you're gay.
No idea why she did that, but his reaction's hilarious.
I ain't gay.
And two, the poor people that work at this store having to hear them fuck in the changing room. This show, I feel like, is unintentionally like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where like the only people that are sensible are the people that are outside of the whole thing, and they just have to look at this monstrosity from the outside in. And then they finish up shopping, they go back home, and the manager guy Kime is waiting for them. Oh my god, oh my god. So they talk, and Tedros guarantees that they're gonna make 3 massive hits in 2 weeks.
He just knows so much about music. It's kind of incredible.
Oh, brother.
And so, okay, cool. A lot of this business talk's really making me okay. In case you were missing a great Weeknd line.
You're fucking smart.
Wanna do some coke?
They gotta make 3 songs, and the rest of the episode's just them making songs with that Chloe chick and Buff Daniel Caesar over here.
Some of the most terrible experiences in life can be the most valuable, like artistically. Okay, Robert Plant had a son who died when he was 5 years old, and he wrote All My Love after that, and it's one of the most beautiful songs ever written.
Yeah, but I think if Robert Plant had a say in it, he would have chosen his son's life.
And that'd be a pretty big loss for the world.
What the fuck are you talking about? And then they gotta have dinner, because of course you gotta have dinner. And now we start to talk about Jocelyn's mother, which is like the reason why we should like empathize with her. So this is kind of getting interesting, if you even want to call it that. And we learn that she was in a very abusive relationship with her mother, and it's like, oh wow, that's crazy. And The Weeknd goes, oh, how did she abuse you? Jocelyn's like, oh, a hairbrush. And Weeknd's like, oh, okay, go get it. I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you with it. And it's like, what? And then he proceeds to whack her with a hairbrush, and that's how the episode ends. Yeah! Obviously, this is only a 3-episode sample. Howdy, in a cowboy way. So when I was originally making this video, my main intention was to just talk about the first 3 episodes of the show and kind of just let it speak for itself. But I decided, you know, episode 4 of this show came out, so I decided to give it a watch and, you know, give it a chance. Maybe it'll get better at episode 4. That didn't happen. Want to know what happens in the episode? I'll let this one singular clip just tell you all about it.
Honey, there is some kinky ass shit in this house. This shit is weird, scary shit. Really? Yeah. And Jocelyn's on some weird ass fucking S&M shit with this dude. Shit is wild.
That's all you really need to know. But you already probably assumed that from the get-go. So the reason why I wanted to add this part, after episode 2 came out, it was released that season 2 was canceled. I know they were really banking on season 2, but no. It's not happening in this lifetime or the next. But another thing is, this show, I'm pretty sure, had like a few episodes slated, but now it's not happening. Episode 5 is going to be the last episode of The Idol, because it is in such hot water right now due to the brutal depictions of like torture porn that it essentially is. It's not good TV at all. It just makes you uncomfortable. The Weeknd in this show is throwing out F-slurs. I was like, what is going on? And it's just like torture porn. And you're kind of just sitting there and it's like, what is this supposed to be? And it's terrible. I hate that I had to watch this show. I'm glad that it's over and that I can move on with my life. So if I could say any closing remarks, I would say this. Weeknd, Mr. Abel, stick to music. You're great at music. Just stick to music. Sam Levinson, you should go to church. And the rest of you guys, have a great rest of your day. Me, I'm gonna just get some squats in till the next video. Alright. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 3. I'm gonna keep going until the next video starts. Yeah, 5, 6. If you want to sit, alright, I mean, like, you guys can watch if you want. It's kind of weird, but alright. 7, 8.